What's up guys, Eric here. Today we're reviewing a game from North American Regionals from Jukyu. If you guys didn't watch Regionals, Jukyu is the winner of Regionals and had probably the most dominant performance at Regionals we have ever seen from a player. Across the entire event, which is 3 days of games with 18 games played overall, he averaged a 2.83. That's performance that you would see from like a challenger player smurfing in like Master Tier or Diamond or something like that. That's absolutely not the kind of performance you normally see from someone who's playing against the best players in North America. This was the first game from the final day. It was a really cool line, which looked like it was going to angle for like a classic like Jin Riftwalker line, but then Jukyu ended up hitting more towards a Warwick line, ended up playing 4 admin and then vertical hacker as well. I've never seen anyone play this line before. It was really creative and just shows why Jukyu did as well as he did. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks. What's up guys, Eric here. We are watching the North American Regional Finals from Jukyu's POV Game 1. As I probably said in the intro, this guy absolutely dominated the entire tournament, so I'm really hyped to see just how this guy plays TFT. I mean, you have to high roll a little bit to go first, but you also have to play really well. So, yo, Jukyu's doing something that I'm like a big fan of. Like, I mean, I think most people at this level are doing this, but just literally even in the first round, scouting all your opponents, I think is very helpful. Oh, I'm a bit surprised. It's because he started Bow, though, that he sells Vex here. I think Vex is usually like a really nice early unit, you know, to give you direction for some kind of mascot reroll comp. But like when you have a Bow start, you're very likely to get another Bow, and Vex comp doesn't really want double bows. Admin check here. Nothing. Oh, these are pretty bad. I guess you could take on ally death, admins gain AD. That's probably like the only takeable one. Jarvis pull up Sub-Zero stream on Twitch. Wow. RFL is just clicking my quality options thinking it was me. Yeah, no, it's a little bit low quality, but look, it's better than some of the Chinese streams we watched before, so whatever. And look, it's at least it's not like Kivik's level of stream quality, where if you guys have ever seen that guy's stream, it is like unwatchable. Okay, we have 222, and looks like he might just slam. Wait, is he really slam taking adaptive defenses here? I'd probably roll and try to find the other one. Because these are pretty, I mean, like, Bow start into Camille reroll is pretty decent. But, like, the problem is this Rod and Giant's build aren't great. But yeah, I can't really imagine you do adaptive defenses here. I'd be surprised. Oh, what admin did he end up actually taking? Because that also affects adaptive. Oh, on 66% HP, admins gain AD. So he was already thinking of potentially angling for an admin game. And so this is... Ooh, okay. I mean, in that case, adaptive defenses makes a ton of sense. The only problem is your items are a little scuffed for it, and you don't have to let the admin like bait you into playing a bad comp. I probably still wouldn't go this angle. I'd probably still just try to go some kind of like generic Jin angle, or something else. But okay, he does actually roll. Okay, so he's not going to go that angle. It is a little too... I think it's just too scuffed with these items. At least I'm Yasuo, because I never read patch notes. Is that it's the Wind of the Wanderers? Yeah, you still also don't really have good items for Yasuo. I mean, you don't have really good items for anything. Like, you don't love to slam, like, Winsu or anything. At this point, like, I think Camille Augment is pretty good. I guess you could theoretically try Ruthless Blades, but I wouldn't with no Dravens. Okay, rolls again. Your cut is insanely strong, and this can angle really easily into a Jin game. It's either your cut. You could also think about, like, Channeled Ferromancy, potentially. I like your cut here a decent bit. Okay, so yeah, we take your cut here. The problem is our board is like kind of a joke. Yeah, I like what did he end up playing as his backline? Camille? Yeah, I think I would have also just played this Camille as my backline. But it's okay. We'll get some your cut rerolls and then hit a bunch of 2-stars and we'll be fine. Okay, so happy with how I parsed that hero augment. And so far, I think, I mean, a lot of the decisions he has made so far have been very straightforward. Sure, Pantheon 2 here, hold the Sivir. Do we want to hold like a Rel or something? It's been paused. All good. Wait, okay, so it got unpaused. Ends up holding Ezreal for potential underground. Okay. I mean, and is going to level for a Blitzcrank here. Oh, okay. So we got Pantheon 2. He also, I guess he had Renekton 2 when he rerolled. I'm so blind, I didn't even see when he hit that Renekton. Okay, yeah, he hit it when he rerolled. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Renekton 2, and then we level Blitz. I like it. It's actually really nice. I think this is the only other play you can go for here is just like 10. But I kind of dig this a lot. You just play an insanely tanky frontline, and then you just try to get as many casts off from this Pyke as possible, and then ideally you can like push levels. At like level 5, have some chance of like high rolling a Jhin early or something like that. But yeah, like 2 rerolls here. Like it's just straight up like way better trade sector right now. So kind of wild. Let's see. We're making 10 here, probably, right? I guess you could also pre-level and not make 10. Pre-leveling, I mean, you can just do that next turn though. Looks like, I mean, the way he's holding these units, he's also holding these like mascot units for potential like mascot variant of the Jhin comp, which makes a lot of sense. So yeah, he's just gonna pre-level and hold all this stuff. So yeah, not making 10 here. Maybe a little bit broke. Okay, but he is lowest HP, and he's just gonna get to take a spat here. Now he's holding all these mascot units. He can play 6 mascot Jhin. Wow, this feels pretty nice. Okay. Curious to see when he probably slams mascot spat immediately, right? It's a random Warwick, and it's actually not bad, right? I'd love to. Oh, and he can get 4 laser in. Wow. Wow. That's some flex play. He was holding those laser units. What? Let's go back. I mean, he had the Renekton, obviously. What units was he holding on his bench going into this? He was holding Ash Pair, and then he had this, and then he sees the Yasuo in shop. And he ends up, yeah, just buying the Yasuo once he sees the Renekton. Or, not Renekton, Warwick. Nice. What a board. I mean, this is obviously a very strong board for this portion of the game. All right, what are we taking here? You just take Static Shiv. You could also just try to figure out what you're doing with this rod, which I assume is going to become like a Viego item. I mean, Static Shiv's probably a better slam here, like probably the best slam here, and is going to be really good late game on like a Morgana. But we'll see. Oh, he actually makes Last Whisper. Wow. Okay. I mean, it's a good Jhin item. I've seen most people just prioritize Static Shiv Morgana in this comp. Maybe you can't easily fit Morgana. He ends up hitting the Morgana here. Ooh, man, I really want to get this Blitzcrank in, but no space for it. Also, I'd really like to like make Ihan at some point in this game. Even thinking about holding this a lot. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so the only thing is that like we do need to eventually get out of this laser core board into a Jhin board. Like, there's no way we're playing this laser core board. I mean, yeah, still, yeah, okay. I like this a lot. Like, we need to make gold really badly. Making the first 10 feels pretty good. All right, Blitzcrank 3 angle? Probably not. We find Vi 2, it's obviously better than Blitz. So we can potentially hold on to that, but I mean, I'm probably selling these Blitzes. I definitely want to make gold here. Yeah, okay. Oh, ends up selling Malphite, really? Wait. Is he actually going to play a Warwick game from this spot with Pyke? Just on his... And maybe he'll just cut Pyke later, and it's actually just a Warwick game? And the problem is, in that case, what do you do with the spat? What do you do with these AP items? Like, normally, if you're playing a Jhin comp, it's very easy to make use of the AP items. It's like, the spat is really, really good. But, like, if he actually ends up playing this comp, it feels a little bit bad. Okay. He ends up making Morellos. Wow. Okay. So that means he doesn't have the opportunity to make mascot spat anymore. Maybe that's... I'm just going to hold Morellos. I don't know. This Morellos item is not very good. So I'm actually really curious to see what he does with Morellos. All right. Augment. I mean, if you're playing Laser Core angle, Ancient Archives is quite strong. There's actually a lot for you to... Like, you only have 7 in right now, which feels kind of bad. But, I mean, yeah, it's probably still the take. Okay. Levels up here for LeBlanc. Get in Blitzcrank, check out what 4 admin is. Oh, I mean, I guess it's gain AD. What do we already have? It was already gain AD, so he's actually gonna do the double AD. Okay. I would think it's gonna attack speed here. All right, now he's just trying to tailor for home, admin, laser core. Do you have anything? You have the Kaisa that you could potentially get in. You could put it over LeBlanc. You would lose Spellslinger. And that's it, and you get started in quick draw. Like, getting in quick draw is nice. It's too hard, though. I mean, wait, there's no reason you can't play like a Gnar game from here, right? Last Whisper Slam. The Morellos is kind of awkward. You could play like a hacker Gnar game and keep hiking the whole game. Oh, it's a little dank. But I would almost consider getting Gnar in. Trying to go for 10 traits. Okay, but I mean, I think he's thinking that's too ambitious of a pivot from here. So, fair enough. But yeah, like the Last Whisper, decent enough Gnar item. Then you just play like Hacker Gnar with 5 Gadget. Yeah, he's just gonna do this. Decent amount of things that are good for maybe the Laser Core board. I mean, he also has Riftwalker in, so he can always hit that. So let's see what it is. Ooh. I mean, these are not that good of options, I'll say. I don't know what I would even take here. I guess you could take Hacker Emblem and play Hacker Warwick, which was maybe his idea the whole time. I mean, it definitely seems like maybe doable. Yeah, I mean, I guess it has to be. Okay. Yeah, Hacker's definitely the only one that makes sense on this current board. I mean, the other options, like maybe you could pivot into something else. But okay, so, and it's a Hacker Spat Work. And we even get 4 Hacker in here. Ooh, wow, really 4 Hacker over the Ash? I'm curious if he keeps this change, because like 4 Laser Core is a big spike. Yeah, like Sure Shot, you could definitely angle. But yeah, okay. So I mean, this allows us to play Pike the entire game. Wow, what a ride we've been taking on. I mean, so far I'm really enjoying the flexibility here. Take like Hodge for Warwick. I guess you already have all that healing with Hacker though. We have to figure out what we're doing with this tier. I think I would still just take the glove. I'm gonna take Cloak. For Admin Spat? Yeah. I mean, I guess that does have to be your spat. Just like a little concerned about what we're actually doing with this tier. But I guess we'll find out. Okay. Thinking about holding this Gnar here for potential pivot. I mean, like, if you randomly hit like 10 Gnars, I guess you could pivot to Gnar. Okay, and then we're going to end up just making the admin spat and playing 4 Hacker, 4 admin. What a crazy board. But I mean, it seems pretty strong. Who did win this tourney, sir? The player that we are currently watching. This is Jukyu's POV. Jukyu absolutely dominated this tourney, so wanted to see just really like what he's doing. Okay. And then ends up actually just getting the Blitzcrank in here as a brawler. And then you can move admin spat over here. Okay. 5 admin. So then we're dropping. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen this board before, but we're going to play Warwick, but drop out of Laser Core and play vertical admin, vertical hacker, and then potentially add a Morgana to this board. Doesn't really seem amazing to me. That's 3 slots for NA go to Worlds. Is that true? 4. There's 4 guaranteed slots to Worlds, 3 from this tourney. The 3 from this tourney are Jukyu Re-Replay and Setsuko. Setsuko made it. My God, it's we're actually gonna win Worlds. Setsuko is gonna win Worlds for us. Yeah. And then Weijin Iverson qualified from an earlier tournament from mid-set. Okay, so I mean, yeah, you have to. Yeah, I mean, the problem was actually until we hit this Urgot, there probably wasn't something better than the Camille 2, but I think the Urgot makes a decent amount of sense. And then we're just gonna play this Rammus. Slots here. It's so interesting. But yeah, like 3 Laser Core is not that great. Okay, Augment here? Ooh. I mean, yeah, it has to be reroll there. There's nothing good. And then Verdant Veil feels really good. The other 2 are pretty much untakeable. Okay, so not much of a decision there, I would say. Okay, rolling still pretty deep here. Whoa. I mean, there's no way he's going to make the pivot back to Jin, right? Maybe. Gets Riftwalker in for the 5 hacker. Oh, he's not pivoting to Jin. He's just using Jin as a secondary so that he can play. And it was always going to be 3 Riftwalker. Oh, my head hurts. Okay, so it's Warwick Jin duo carry. Jin with no items. It's kind of hilarious because we hit Jin 2 so easily, but we're still stuck on Warwick 1. And it's 5 hacker. What a cool board. I don't know what he ends up... Wait, I think he plays as well this game, right? I think he placed well the first 3 games. So, wow. Okay, I am down to see what happens here. But he's rolling so deep. Man, this is something that I always associate with like Chinese TFT, is rolling insanely deep in these situations. But like, I've seen more and more NA players do it recently, is just roll super, super deep in a spot like this. When like, you know, you could theoretically try to greed a little bit so that you just have some amount of econ, but he just wants to stabilize really badly. And like, I mean, it makes sense, right? So low. Item-wise here, isn't Edge of Night kind of insane? I guess, wait, was there? I thought there was an Edge of Night on here. No, there wasn't. Okay. What components do we have open? We have nothing open, right? Yeah. Okay. We just have Last Whisper. We're getting infinite AD. I feel like Edge of Night's really good, but there's actually, yeah, you could take this. Maybe he wants to slam IE? I don't think IE slam's that bad. Been trying to roll way deeper than I'm comfortable with. Try it out. Works out a lot. Yeah. Okay. So do you slam IE here, or do you greed for something else? You could also put items on Jin, but I'm pretty sure you have to itemize this Warwick first. I think I want to chill. I think I don't want to slam IE. Oh, okay. He does it. He does it. It's a decent item on Warwick, for sure. I'd slam. I mean, he's 34 HP. His board's, like, really strong. So, I don't know how much he needs the IE. But, like, maybe he thinks IE might be... I mean, like, he does have so much AD in this spot that, like, adding crit onto it does feel really good. And then you have the crit from the Last Whisper. So, like, it's a pretty good item. I'm just a little bit afraid that this Warwick's gonna get, like, one shot. But I mean, I guess the only issue, if you don't slam IE here, I'm greeting for, like, Edge of Night plus, like, glove item for Jin. We already have a Last Whisper built on Warwick, so you don't really want to build double Last Whisper. So that's the issue. You could always just wait and see if it matters. Like, did IE slam matter in either of these fights? I don't think so. I mean, I still see how this fight goes, but like, all their carries are 1-star. Yeah, it's not a very difficult fight. Okay, so like, just from the principle of not slamming items until you have to, like, I'm pretty sure he didn't need to slam IE to win either of these fights. What's our last in here? Looks like he's holding Alistar. Alistar do anything? Do any units do anything here, actually? Do you get Alistar in for Mascot? Okay. So you got, I kind of wanted Jin items here, personally. I guess you can go, like, tank items, but, like, on who? I guess you can build items on Pike. Some kind of sword item for Jin. Maybe, like, you can't even... You already have Morellas for Pike, so it's not like you're building Sunfire. What the hell are we building here? I mean, I want to see what this thing is first. And then we can start to figure out what we're going to build. Okay. And, like, Deathblade Jin seems fine. Deathblade or IE Jin. Isn't Deathblade better here? And then the problem is, what else are we building? Because we can't build Morellas, we can't build Sunfire, which means our only option is, like, Locket, which doesn't feel very good. But then what's the other angle here? Like, I guess you could go, like, Gunblade. Oh, you go, like, Guardbreaker. You go, like, Gunblade Guardbreaker Jin. Doesn't sound that bad. Maybe that's it. We just have enough frontline, and we just need extra damage from Jin. I kind of don't hate Gunblade Guardbreaker. Or Gunblade, you could also go Guardbreaker Edge of Night. Gunblade's probably better, right? Yeah, I think I like Gunblade Guardbreaker best, but we'll see. Oh, he does make the Locket IE. Okay. I mean, Locket value into Warwick? No, oh my god. See, I mean, I don't know if he's winning this fight with, like, Edge of Night, but that is definitely a fight where Warwick does get one shot. Okay, Ripple Overdrive very low. Can't level yet. Yeah, he goes IE Locket. I don't know. Does this Locket item actually do anything? I'm pretty sure I prefer Gunblade Guardbreaker. I mean, the problem is that, like, IE might be more effective than... It's probably not more effective than both of those items, though. Okay. This is such a cool board to see, though, honestly. Like, I don't know how many other tournament participants played this board in this entire tournament. I don't think I've ever played this board this set, so pretty cool to see. All right, 2 people dead. He's going to level up here for nothing. I mean, he can just add in... Oh, he's looking at his matchups. Oh, because he can fit in Defender if he wants to. But I think he looked at his matchups and sees there's a lot of AP. Wow, the Giga Chad, no moving as moving, literally leaves his Warwick in the exact spot here. Oh, I'm pretty sure I watched this game from Setsuko's POV, and he was complaining about how he didn't move Warwick at all here. He was like, this guy just doesn't move his Warwick. And so Setsuko dies. All right, so top 5. Items on carousel here. I do think we're still looking just for another Jin item. but it doesn't exist. I mean, I guess we'll take the Zephyr if we could get it. And if we can't get it, ET. Takes mascot +1. Okay. So then you can cut Alistar. But still, what are we playing? Oh, he could play... No. I mean, you don't want to play 4 mascot, right? Lose out on 5 hacker. That sounds awful. Yeah, okay, so he's just going to play the Garen. I mean, I didn't see how much of this lobby was AD. Oh, maybe. I mean, if a decent amount of the lobby's AD, this makes a good amount of sense. But, like, still, like, I don't know. Mascot is pretty low value late game. I kind of like BT Jin. Okay, but he likes mascot +1 here. I mean, you do have a lot of units on this board with, like, the Zac. So, like, mascot healing onto all them feels decent. My god, this Warwick. Wow, the Jin and the Warwick actually get it done. And just like that, might be a little top 4. Oh, that's a Garen 2. Nice. I mean, Garen 2 is huge just... I mean, like, the defender is nice, but from the perspective of just having a big, beefy guy is also really, really nice. Okay. And he's once again going to do the no swap as swap here. Ends up being on the wrong side this time. Replay doesn't swap into him. We'll see if Replay can win this fight. I mean, still, it looks like they're just having so much trouble getting through this insanely... It's not even like tanky Warwick. It's just a very much lifesteal-y Warwick. So yeah, you can roll like, I mean, you can use your free rerolls, but like, there's actually nothing to roll for here. And just like that, he's in a really, really good spot to top 4 this game. All right. I'm still looking for another Jin item here. I have to imagine that is the priority in this position. Would you guys sell this Warwick here to make 20 and try to go 9? There are no Warwicks in the lobby, so if you natural like 2... Oh, this person is double Zephyr. If you natural like 2 more, you can just roll down for Warwick 3. Sure, Renan's here. Gotta be, right? Yeah, okay. So Warwick last second in a good spot. So the board, that board is actually Camille 3, but it's not the hacker version. It's pretty cool. That's another pretty creative board. Is that Robbie Van? Wait, did he just die? I think that was Robbie Van Kenobi, unless someone else is alive. Which, like, I feel like Robbie Van Kenobi went for so many creative boards this entire tournament. So big compliments to him, because my god, as a flex player. All right, I mean, gives it up a little bit, like how he's swapping, because he like moves the Jin over to the same side, and he's been keeping Jin and Warwick the same side, which maybe makes sense. Warwick gets a unit low, and then Jin like snipes them down. Makes a decent amount of sense. Ooh, takes a big loss here, down to 1. Wow, that was surprising. He was pretty healthy for a long time, and now he's just rolling to try to be alive, and he is keeping the idea of hitting this Warwick 3. Okay. Only a couple off, but that's also a Samira 3 that he has to fight into against free replay. Oh, man. I think we are dead here. And he's just hoping Deepay takes like a 50-unit loss, which I don't think is going to happen. Oh, he does take a 50-unit loss, but not 50 enough. All right, so it is a 3rd place from Jukyu in this game. Really, really interesting composition, though. It's not something that I have ever played. Very, very creative. So goes to show maybe one of the things that makes this guy do so well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, check my Twitch, and all my links down below. Thank you.